Well, we got another good game of helmet ball for you. I am Jordash Jinko Denim Kulats, but you can call me Gene, and I am joined by I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with my co-commentator. Who are you?
Yes, hello. It is me, John Hamm. I'm so sorry, Gene. If you can just cover these first 10 seconds, I have to. I'm just sending. I have to respond to this messages. Okay, message sending. All right, sorry about that. I do apologize. I am late. I am rarely late, but I was not supposed to commentate on this game. There was not to use parlance in the situation, but there was an audible called. Now, I don't mean to pry, Gene, but is there a reason that you could imagine why Willem would ask if I could substitute for him last second?
I mean, no, I can't think of, they were just fine when I saw them on the previous Saturday. I saw the whole family was cooking out. They didn't see me, but okay, I saw them.
All right. Well, now hang on. Now.
Nope. We got Bach. We got route and the throw. Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Kayleen Bach does miss the pass as it gets batted down. I am curious. Why would you see them and they not see you? Exactly.
Oh, we got the snap and the handoff to.
Okay, Cherry Templeton. Does get the ball.
This just got a whole lot more interest. This helmet ball game. Dang it! I'm so poor now.
I don't mean to cry once again, but I do have a heart rate monitor within me, and I can tell that your heart rate has gone up. Well, as Haynes does get the ball and
I'm
gets
just excited about this exciting helmet ball action.
Yes, I would imagine that you would. I see. Okay, well, I mean, again, you don't have to talk to me about it necessarily. I just do hope that you will talk to someone about it.
I talked to Willem DeFriend while they sleep peacefully in their bed.
Now, okay, once again, we're getting into some territory where I'm concerned. Is Willem aware that you are in their house?
I think on some level, yes. I think that I think so. I kind of give a knowing smile and nod every time. We cross paths. That sort of says I break into your house and eat some of your food and just sort of relax watching you sleep. It's my TV. They know.
See. Well, I suppose I'll have to move past that for a moment as
yes.
Ronald Frazier hears the Blues are calling and gets them a first down, and then Cherry Templeton gets them close to a second first down there. Cherry Templeton getting the ball again. There is a penalty on the field, however. Let's see if this is going to get called back. Who's it against, though? Oh, it is against the Condors. Now, I'm just sort of curious, what is your opinion on that penalty? I just feel like it doesn't get called that often.
It's just these hipster refs, It's like, I'm going to call out this bespoke penalty.
Whoa. Huge interception. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
As West. West gets taken down last second. Let's see about that. That is an incredible play by Theodore West. Being, interestingly enough, taken down by the wide receiver, Ronald Frazier. Maybe I blew my joke about hearing the Blues are calling. Because that was something scrambled all right. Well, okay, now this time there's a penalty against the Drakes. So this is a fascinating kind of turnaround and everything. A very fast-paced first quarter.
Just so fast-paced.
They might get, they're going to get one more play off before the time runs out, so the first quarter comes to a close.
I feel like we just started it, and here we are at the end. It really makes you think about the inevitability of death.
Gene, I'm concerned for you. Are you doing okay?
Me? Yeah.
Yes.
Just been, doing research for the old Every Day is Like Sundays franchise. Just listening to a lot of the Smiths, a lot of Morrissey solo stuff.
Going?
Oh, great.
Now, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Penn does get an interception. Ace Garrison throwing his first interception of the day. Yeah, I feel bad that sort of has to come in the way of us having this kind of very serious conversation.
Yes. Helmet ball is my only distraction these days.
I suppose I understand that. I don't necessarily, maybe this is something I should talk to someone about myself. I don't really get to stay powered up throughout the time. Ronald Frazier with his second catch of the day, though. Wow, huge yards already, 31 yards between the two. That's averaging a little over 15 yards per carry, or per catch, rather. Oh boy, another penalty. Now, Gene, what penalty do you think this is here?
Oh, this is probably going to be the holding the wrist thing again. They'd love to go back to that one. It's basically their hit song. I frankly am worried about the carpal tunnel on these refs because they go for the wrist penalty a lot. It almost feels like they're trying to send a message.
Now, what message would that be, per se?
Ouchie, ouchie, my wrist. Oh gosh, oh golly, my wrist hurt. Oh geez, I did that to it, and boy, it makes me want to grab my jaw in pain. So and I took 3 years of body language. He used to play football, and then he came over to helmet ball, and it's been hell on the wrist. That's what the body language is telling me. There,
yeah,
John.
What Americans would call soccer is a very interesting game to have some, the international sport of football, having some really interesting implications on body, hits, I suppose. But helmet ball surely would be the more dramatic.
Well, you don't use your hands in football, in what we call soccer, right. And so they get atrophied. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
They
so
get your wrists are so
ball.
weak, and so then you get to the helmet ball, and it's like, oh gosh, my weak wrists, and it's just like
nothing worse than a weak wrist. I always say.
I've never had that problem. So looks like we are really close. We are in the
now. There's some very confused Trakes players down on the field. Not sure what that's all about. But wow, look at that, threading the needle. That was just a bullet pass from Kayleen Bach down to Ryan Moody.
That guy is all over the place. I tell you what, he is happy, he is sad, he is excited, he is angry. That kid. Oof.
Yeah, I hear that they sometimes have to give him like a series of rings to wear to show people how he's feeling. At that time. Yeah.
Before that it was, let's just say you wouldn't like him when he's angry or sad.
Oh yeah.
Or
a lot of penalties.
Envious.
A lot of penalties have been given to Moody over the years. Almost picked off, but instead just sort of batted down by Jackson there. And Ace Garrison, heading back to the lineup. Now, Gene, I apologize. We've been sort of, speaking of being all over the place, we've been a little bit all over the place ourselves with this game, of course, with my unfortunate being late because I had to respond to messages from Willem. Then we had some sort of interesting, shall we say, revelations from you, and then some revelations of my own about not really having a life outside of the booth. So, I guess I just sort of want to know, I know I have asked this question, but I'm genuinely curious. How are you? How are things going?
I am you assessed that correctly. I am all over the place. And if you also want to be all over the place, you can go to Richard Garrity's travel agency. It's kind of a throwback thing. and they will hook you up. They will do all of the internet for you. They will sit in those lines online for the tickets. They will talk to everyone. They'll use your own PayPal, and they have your credit card number already. So that's Richard Garrity's travel agency. You too can be all over the place.
U2 is on tour again?
Yes, at U2, our spokespeople, they still haven't found what they're looking for, but with Richard Garrity's, they can keep on looking.
That is, I guess, a relic of the past, making an interesting choice to come back now.
Like the Polaroid.
Now, is this a thing where are they trying to shake it up a little bit here?
No. It is vanilla as you've ever seen anything there, John.
So
it's
much like just buying a map from AAA.
Right. With a little bit less of that nostalgic feel, but more of that in person, well, on the phone or Zoom interaction. Yeah.
I see. This is an interesting sponsorship. I guess I would not expect many people to be into the concept of having someone else do. Well, I say that, and I think about all the humans out there with anxiety. Someone else doing all of the talking and the decisions for you, I feel like probably would help.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then you still have to talk to someone. You have to talk to Richard Garrity, was it?
Yeah, Richard Garrity. He runs it out of his garage.
Out of his garage?
He originally called it Richard Garagety Travel Agency, but that just didn't roll off the tongue. So he changed it to Garrity. His name is actually Jonathan Appleton, but he thought Richard Garagety was a little catchier.
Okay, I don't mean to, throw what you all would call shade, per se, at him, but it's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
And speaking of interesting choices, here on 4th and 17, an obvious choice to then punt the ball away. 10 seconds left. Can the Drakes get anything on the board before we go in to halftime?
Just hold on, they're going to the half, it looks like to me there, John.
And, look at, just a real botched short pass. Also a strange choice. Now that is an interesting choice to make when you are down by 7, 10 seconds to go, and about 50 yards. Okay. It's going to no one. There's 1 second left on the clock, though. What are they gonna do? Let's take some bets. Let's check the Twitter poll. Do you think they're gonna go for it, or do you think they're just gonna take a knee? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. They went for it. Barclay gets it, but doesn't get anywhere, and that is the end of the first half. We've got some interesting, sponsors this week. Who are we going to hear from here during the break here?
Well, I will say Richard Garrity's travel agency did not put up the cash for a halftime spot, but we do have some interesting promos from the Trainco Airlines. I'm not really sure. Is this the band Train's airline company? Let me look at this. Hey 747 Sisters, we are starting an airline. Yep, this is Train. This is the band Train.
Interesting.
And they've started, they have started a new airline. And I'm looking here. It looks like they're partnering with Richard Garrity's travel agency. He's done it again. He has wormed his way into a free advertisement. I don't know how he does it.
That seems shifty, and I don't know how I feel about it. But
yeah, well, that's actually one of the slogans of the Richard Garrity Travel Agency. I don't know if you knew that, John. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah.
What an odd choice for a slogan.
It's so few companies really embrace the ambivalence of their clientele, and it's just like, it's refreshing for them to acknowledge that it's like you're still on the fence about them.
Well, we're embracing the fact that the second half is now underway as the first kick has gone up and the Condors come up with the ball at the 25-yard line. Haynes in motion. Kayleen Bach drops back and gets it to Stone. What a bullet pass right there to the one and only Kennedy Stone.
It is.
I'm sorry, Kennedy. That's embarrassing. Kyrie Stone.
Yeah, Kennedy on the mind. Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where the name Kennedy came from. It is definitely not because there's a Kennedy on the Denver Drakes. I certainly did not get names mixed up.
Nope.
And certainly do not need IT to go looking into my protocols. Well, I can figure it out on my own, thank you.
If you're anything like me, you've been watching a lot of 90s MTV, and VJ Kennedy was a staple of that of those broadcasts. And I assume that was what was on your mind as well.
Well, this is potentially embarrassing for me, but could also be embarrassing for you. Who is KJ VJ? Who did you say, Kennedy?
I'm showing my age. I was newly thawed when MTV was on the air. They had these things called VJs, which were video
James?
Yep. Video. That's correct.
Is that what that is? Is it?
LLVJ was Ladies Love Video James. It was the it was the 90s, and ladies loved a lot of things. That it's just
I would imagine that ladies still love a lot of things.
Lots of people love lots of things.
That's fair.
That's actually another slogan for Richard Garrity's travel agency. Lots of people love lots of things. It's true. You got to admit it's true.
Okay. Speaking of love.
Yeah.
This is a peculiar question. How does one even know, like, truly what... I mean, I know I've made the assertion before that I have seen a puppy, so I therefore have a capability of understanding what love is, but how does one find love?
Well, so wait, if I'm understanding you correctly, you want to know what love is, and you want me to show you.
I do, just as I want to see Barclay show me an impressive 91-yard touchdown. Incredible.
Show me the touchdown.
Wow. I mean, I am blown away by that play. What an impressive call. Ace Garrison. Wow. Incredible short pass run all the way for about 91 yards for the total yardage on that play. Absolutely astounding, and it's now a tie game. And it does bring me back, though, to being tied up with my understanding of feelings. I don't understand how all of you find love. I don't know how you love a football team. Nope. Helmet ball team.
Either. Soccer, helmet ball.
I don't understand how
Curling.
You find a partner. Robots don't necessarily need partners. They just need electricity. So I am wondering, am I doomed to spend the rest of my days in a booth?
We all are, John. It looks like they're lining up again to continue to play this game that we are going to be commentating on for the rest of our days, alone together.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I think maybe I now finally understand some of the hang-ups that people have. Not to be harsh, but that's depressing. What you've just said to me, majorly depressing.
I agree with you.
I am very concerned about where your mind space is at, because I feel like people might be tuning out now as they just hear the existential dread erupting from this booth.
All right,
these two commentators.
Well, let's bring it back then. Let's combat the existential dread.
Sure. How do you do that? Whoa,
television?
Cherry Templeton.
Oh.
Well, we are on television, so I suppose that's something.
Yeah, watch us.
We are television.
Yeah.
You can't turn off the TV. I am the TV.
You can't turn me off unless you are wearing red.
Is that something that does that for you? I'm a little confused. Can you help me understand that one?
It has to do with danger, John.
Oh, well, we are in the danger zone right now. Is that perhaps sort of what is
I couldn't be colder or clammier, I gotta tell you.
Now, is that also potentially about your sort of time traveling days?
Yeah, yes. It is. Everyone's hands from my time are wet in kind of a like a comfortable way.
What a challenging thing you've just said. I'm sorry. Why are they wet? Why are your hands wet?
I don't know if you know the history of coins in America, John.
No, don't really have a need for money.
It used to be made of ice. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay.
You'd say, hey, pass me an ice nickel, and then they'd flip you one, and you'd better spend that before it melts away. And that was what we called inflation.
So that's why you do spend it all in one place.
That's correct. It's burning a hole in your pocket, and it will melt. So you need to get it gone. Yeah.
Sounds more like your pocket is burning a hole in your money.
I've heard it both ways, honestly.
I see. And so with that ice currency,
yeah,
it just constantly leaves your hands wet. And is that why you said you were clammy earlier?
Yeah, I was fondling my contemporary, what I call my contemporary, dollar bill, which I have preserved by keeping my pockets ice cold at all times.
How do you manage that? That sounds like a scientific feat.
It is a lot of work and a lot of packing, generators and batteries and stuff, and tiny refrigerators, pocket-sized refrigerators.
Now, hang on. You've just said something that I truly believe could be the next big thing. Pocket refrigerators.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I wonder if perhaps the rest of this conversation should happen off air so that no one can trademark this or take this idea before we fully bring this to market. But pocket refrigerators sounds like something humans would truly enjoy.
You could keep all your money in there. That's right, John. It would keep all of your money cold.
Or your leftovers, or... They were ready for the run from Cherry Templeton, though, as they stop them. Wow, they're going to call a timeout, I guess, to try and get as much time out of this as they can. Baxter dropping back for the punt, and caught by Bellows. Bello taken down on the 27. Wow. So, this game has kind of certainly turned into kind of a very... This really could be anyone's game.
Yes.
If the Condors can stop them here...
Yes.
Then that'll be it. But, Charles breaking free. Wow. And you know what? I think that might be potentially... Ooh.
Wow.
Never mind. Wow. I started to speak too soon. There is a minute 30 left. There is a hustle to get these teams
and a
back
bustle.
To the starting line.
I'd say a bustle as well, John.
There is certainly a hustle and a bustle as this hologram of a referee also runs up in the back. And it is intercepted by Hardman in the end zone. Incredible. What a fast-paced and fast-changing fourth quarter this has been.
Mercurial, some would call it.
Now, back to the refrigerator pockets.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I've grown a fascination by this. Well, okay. Gene, I hate to say it, I suddenly have the existential dread again.
Okay.
By
all right.
creating refrigerator pockets,
yeah.
Am I taking my fellow machine and making them work 24/7 for man? By making them go mobile? Someone who should never have had to do that form of work now has to do work at home and on the job and on the go, rather.
It's a little.
This has complications.
It's a new generation of refrigerators. We spell it with a Z because they are like Generation Z, who have to work on the road and also at home. So, are they miserable? Absolutely. Do they get paid to compensate
Probably
for that
not.
misery? Nope, they sure don't. But they are pocket refrigerators, and you gotta admit, that's kind of cool.
I do see this though being very popular, especially actually with women, considering fashion for them has very frequently had very bad pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I do remember recently I was doing a game with Brenda Bronson, and we were commenting on her lovely dress that she was wearing.
And did it have pockets?
It did have pockets, and she was extremely excited about that. So could you imagine a dress with refrigerator pockets? The excitement that would be had by all.
It would add to the feminist anthem. It has pockets, and then the crowd yells back, "Cool!" and then you yell back, "Yes, they are."
Ooh, now see, that's a very good selling point, and I like this a lot. And I'm sure the Condors are liking the fact that the game has ended with the score 10-7. Low-scoring game, but a lot of tension, a lot of changes, a lot of changing of the ball throughout this game.
Yeah.
So, this has been a fascinating game for you and I here, Gene. There's been some sadness, there's been some dread, there's been some good times.
Yeah, it's just another night, it's just another Helmet Ball game, another little bit of existential dread and wild mood swings.
I fully understand. I think that you're a great commentator, and I have appreciated our time together.
Not as much as I have appreciated Richard Garrity's travel agency, which has provided my transport to my hotel.
I see. I also am starting to wonder if you have secretly taken some money for this as well. And with that wonderment, I guess we're going to have to bid you all farewell. So until the next game.
My hands are so cold and wet.
And I have been John Hamm. We will see you all at the next game. 100-001. 100-001.